All right, good morning, everybody. I am doing the recap today. I had a pretty good day. We did two small trades on Lee and Tesla, and it wasn't a crazy day. Two quick scalp, and overall, I think because we have the Fed's meeting at 2 p.m., so it's better to just be conservative, seeing what's going to happen. I don't really see much that I want to trade, and these two are really quick scalp, but decent day. Well, let's see what happens. So both Lee and Tesla was trading based on level 2 that we had. So Lee at the open, really had a really nice run. I don't know exactly what's the news on it. It was a very nice 1 minute opening range breakup going up until I saw around 936 is hit the scanner on trading terminal, and I looked at it and so wow, it's really running up nicely. But what I saw that I really liked was actually seeing very big signals on level 2. Like you see at 3350, we had such a very, very nice signal, 340 lots here. It's almost 400 lots sitting at 3350, and it was trading at 3347. So, but I don't want to go long here for the break of only 3 cents. It's just not worth the commission, that you want to pay, and just not the exposure, because now what do you want to do for the risk? The risk has to be down to the VWAP. If you go long here just by seeing this, then you're kind of in deep trouble, because you really need some room for the risk. And the reasonable risk here would be the only thing that is actually reasonable is below these moving averages. And that's exactly what happened. Like at 936, that's exactly what happened. We got that pullback that we were looking for. That screenshot was taken from here, and then suddenly a big drop happened, and this big drop was actually a very good place to entry. Brian take a trade here at 3340. I remember that he mentioned that, and I could buy here, but for some reason I really didn't pull the trigger. Suddenly quickly came back up toward the high of the day. The big ask was still sitting up there, and I went long, and we got like 20 cents pop on it for $800 profit for me on that as well. So that was really nice, and did continue going a little bit higher, but again, my entry wasn't great, and I decided to get out completely out of it. I think Brian has stayed a little bit longer. So this is a screenshot. Again, the time is in there, 9:36:45. You see it's here, and then it popped up from 3350. That was the big ask, and you see quickly from 3350, quickly 20 cents in just a matter of less than a minute or something, it popped up, and eventually went. Again, there you go. So when I went long, that huge ask showed up at 34 this time. 700 lots here, 133 lots here through different market makers, and as you see, actually I took that trade because I saw this confident on that again few seconds earlier in there, and then suddenly exactly that happened, and went up. And actually a lot of people might say that these might be the fake orders, but you actually can see that the orders going through the time and sell. So you can actually see my time and sells here that did actually go through that. So that was a good trade. Same for Apple. We saw really nice signals on Apple at 183.95, and as we go toward the 184, we had that, and continuously as the price was going up, we see these big asks which are very, very bullish, and that means that Apple is going to continue going higher. You could trade based on that. I didn't trade it because I just couldn't get a good entry on that here, but as you see, break of 184, we got that. And as I mentioned, sometimes you see this big ask at 260, and then you actually see it in time and sells. Like same thing happened with Tesla. This 260 that we saw, that the huge ask, and as you see the quantity and the time, you actually see that it's going through the time and sells. So for Tesla, we saw that huge ask sitting at 260, so I went long at 259.50, and then we broke out above 260 and I sold it, and you see this 260 actually they're all going through the time and sells. It did continue going higher, went to 261 as well. So Tesla was very, very nice trade that we actually did. I did also get a recording that I can just play the recording as well for Apple. Specifically, I saw for Apple that moved very, very nicely. Let's see if I can actually, if I can zoom in on the Apple, I can actually show that for you as well. Yeah, so I can actually show that as well on the Apple. So that's not a bad idea to show that. It's so what we saw that on Apple here, that we saw a very big ask at 184. This is a pullback that could have been a very, very nice entry for you guys to just get in there for the break of 184. And I'll see, just give it a few seconds, and we're gonna go a little bit in there. So it's gonna go up toward the 184. See, we're just gonna see that. Oh, there you go. So do you see that big ask at 184? Obviously that's an area that you think you can expect that easily it's gonna pop up. So it's just going faster. Again, 184. The asks are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then eventually there you go. And you can actually see that in the time and sells that the orders went through. So these are real orders. The market makers. That's why you can see essentially based on this liquidity pools, you can actually make a decision of which direction you want to go. Apple actually went up at 184 at 33, so that's the high of the day, and it's just continue going higher. Usually just this liquidity gives you the direction. So yeah, that's pretty good. And as I mentioned on Tesla, we had also Tesla as well. We went that breakout, and now Tesla is going 261, is going up. These moving averages are acting as a resistance on the 5-minute chart, but Tesla seems that it has find a very, very nice momentum to the upside. And Qs are making new highs again, 52-week high, very, very strong. The money again floating into these big mega cap companies like Apple and Netflix and Amazon and Meta, but IWM, which is the smaller caps, are really lagging. That's it, guys. Well, thank you so much. I just want to remind you guys for New York, so we're gonna have a lot of really nice presentations, like for example this liquidity of volume and level 2. Paris and Thor are gonna have the webinar on them. So for those of you who are interested, definitely something that I think is worth your time and investment for New York City. We have 2 guest speakers now, and also we are bringing a new guest speaker from a prop firm in New York, and they're bringing some of their senior traders to have a presentation, a panel discussion to how to really make it to become, a prop trader, surviving in different markets. Really looking forward, and thanks for your coming, and thanks for your support. I think this is going to be one of our best events. Thanks, guys, and have a good day, guys. Ciao.